What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop first. Fam, I'm about to go in on this topic. I need you to make sure that you drop those comments and let me know what city, what state you're representing. Also, make sure you let me know if you're outside of the US, what country you represent. I'm gonna start this off a little differently. I'll start it off with a question. What I wanna know, fam, is it okay for white people to say the N-word in certain circumstances? Is it ever okay? Is it ever okay? Here's what I think. Now, I believe that context is everything. But you know what? Let me tell you about this story first. So this woman is the director for Wharton County Junior College. Wharton County Junior College. It's in Sugar Land, Texas, which is probably like 15, well, no, like more like 25 minutes from Houston. When I say 25 minutes from Houston, I mean downtown Houston. So you can be in Houston 1 minute and be literally in Sugar Land the next minute. So this woman, who is the director of their A&D program, ADN program. It's a nursing program, right? So this is the program that gets nurses ready to go out into the world and care for people. Now, keep in mind, she's sending people out into the world to care for people. She is holding their degrees in her hand. This woman makes a TikTok video with some little girl and another woman. There's a link in the description if you want to watch it. Just real quick, just a few seconds. They are dancing to this song called Clap for the Dumb N-Word. Clap, I almost said it. Clap for the Dumb N-Word. That's the song they're dancing to, right? There are those who say, well, you know, a black guy made it, black man made it, and then, you know, black people be dancing to it. You can't tell white people they shouldn't be dancing to the song, and especially when black people are doing it. If you click on that link, there's also a video of two little black girls dancing to the song. Now, we know that kids oftentimes would dance to music and repeat lyrics. They have no idea of what that song is all about, what's being said, or the gravity of what's being said. They're just being entertained. But a grown woman who is an educator should know better than to be dancing to a song like that. It ain't just that it has the N-word in it. I mean, that ain't even my biggest problem, because like I said, context is everything. If that word was used in the body of the song, it would be one thing. But the song, but the word is used to reference the hook, to describe and demean a certain kind of Black person. So it reinforces a negative stereotype of a Black person. And here we are, got white people dancing to it. Look, it's bad enough that the Black kids are dancing to it. That's what people have to understand. Just because Black people are dancing to it, or a Black person wrote the song, does not mean that it's cool. We are not a monolithic group of people. All Black people ain't cool with the N-word under in no context. Let me say this again, because sometimes y'all get it twisted because y'all see Black people saying it and hearing Black people saying it. Even Black people get it twisted. All Black people ain't cool with the N-word. All Black people don't use it in their everyday life, contrary to your belief or many people's belief. So if that word offends a huge population of Black people, that should be enough for anybody else to say, you know what, I'm not going to use that word. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to celebrate it. I'm not going to kick it with it at all. I'm not going to do that. That should be enough, because that's enough for other groups of people. And oftentimes I've heard other people use derogatory terms that has been historically associated with their particular ethnicity. They use the word, but it's not a word that I would use. You dig what I'm saying? And it's definitely not a word that I would use to, in public, to this. It's hard to explain this type of stuff, when you're not the one being offended by it, when it's not really affecting you. We all understand that there are Black people out there that look at the word, oh, it's a term of endearing. Well, the word comes from negoose, which means, look, man, we could go all through all those semantics and stuff, or even we can go through history and reality and all we want. But the truth of the matter is that there are a certain segment of Black people that's got a problem with that. And that word historically is a damaging word, a word that has caused a whole lot of pain. So if I'm in a white person's shoes, in my mind, even if I was a type of person that say, you know what, man, it's freedom of speech. You can't tell me what to say. Man, I got freedom of speech, but I know that there are women who use the B word. And they use it to conversate amongst themselves. Oh, girl, women got it really bad. I think women probably have the B word, use the B word on each other way more than men have in the past or now at any point in history. Like, women are really bad with that word. They throw that word around a lot to describe themselves or their friends. And well, you know what, let me back up. It's not to describe, but it is to reference their friends or themselves. Oftentimes used as a figure of speech. But if a man calls a woman that word, you know what comes with that, right? This is what I'm saying. It's the same thing. But that N word got even worse meaning because the B word can be thrown around for any woman on earth than to be offended. But that N word is specifically associated with a particular group of people. And it is to demean, disparage, degrade, every other negative word that you can think of. So you know what comes with that. As an educator, you know what comes with that word. That tells me that she cannot be trusted. Her judgment cannot be trusted. For her to go out and make a video like that and publicly put it out, a video, it's like I say, family, it's not just the N-word, dancing to the N-word. Like I really wouldn't have a problem with somebody dancing the word to the song and it had the N-word in. I ain't really, you know, some people trip on and they got a problem with it. I'm not one of those type of people. I just don't have a problem with that. It's using that word, it's dancing to the song, and the song is actually disparaging a particular group of Black people, and it's reinforcing a negative stereotype. Clap for the dumb N-word. That ain't some shit that I would even rock with. I wouldn't dance to it. First of all, the song whack as hell. So I wouldn't rock with it under no circumstances anyway. But the lyrics itself are very degrading. So, and it's reinforcing a negative stereotype. It's not a song that I would recommend. It's not a song that I would support as a human being. As a Black person, I would not support the song at all. I understand that a lot of youngsters well, some youngsters are dancing to it and stuff. They don't know no better. They just, you know, they just dancing. They don't understand the ramifications of saying that word, that phrase being out there, and how racist and, you know, how some racist people are going to take that song and use that phrase and use it as a celebration. Trust me, they will take that song and they'll be playing it at the cookouts. Some of them right now, I can guarantee some old redneck riding around with it right now, it's his favorite song in the world. So I'm not going to give them ammunition to help destroy me. I'm not going to do that. So I'm totally against the song, This Woman, because she doesn't, in my opinion, have the ability to be discerning enough to not, you know, put out a video like that, put herself in that type of position. I don't trust her. And if I was a student under her tutelage, I would withdraw from her courses. I would get up out of there. I would be gone. I would leave the school. So either I gotta go or she gotta go. First of all, I would try to get her out. If she can't go, I got to go. Again, let me say it again, fam. It's not just the use of the word, the N-word. It is the context in which the word is being used. The word is being used specifically to disparage a certain type of Black person, what am I trying to say, fam? Reinforcing a negative stereotype. That's the problem. And for her to be an educator with all that's going on, people are more in tune with that word today than they've ever been at this time in history. So she got to know what's going on. And if she don't know what's going on, that's even a bigger problem. She is not qualified to teach. She's not qualified to direct, instruct. Warren County, y'all got some explaining to do. Going into the comments. Northside Houston, what's up, John Morrell? Portland, Oregon, tapping in. Anthony B, what up? DC in the house. Bughorse, DC. The end begins. They have no cover. They know where it comes from. Connie Rogers says, yes, and I hate that word. Women need to stop calling each other bees. Ooh, man, that ain't gonna stop no time soon, because there are so many women that's calling each other that word, man. It is a trip. And it's not just women in the hood. At one point, it used to just be a hood thing. And now you see women with degrees calling each other that, like that, just regular. Oh, B, this, you know. They call each other B more than they call each other by their names. They call each other the B word, like with fluidity. Yeah. So D. Lee says, if it was a song dance to cave dweller, Neanderthugin, it would be a problem. It would be a problem. And I can guarantee you that she wouldn't have been dancing if you take the N word out. If you replace the N word with a disparaging term aimed at the white community, like the C word or the H word, she would not be cutting the carpet dancing. I don't think so. For her to be an educator and not understand that, she should definitely be removed from her position. I can guarantee you, if it was a song disparaging Caucasians, she would have not been dancing to that song. Now, you can blame the artist. Yeah, well, I can't even call them an artist, because art, when I think of art, I think of somebody that's really creative. Ain't nothing really creative about the song. The song is whack to me. So, but when I think about the song, yes, do the person who wrote the song, the author, get some blame? Absolutely. They get the blame first. Absolutely. Them, the record label, the distributors, the platform is being sold on, because I can guarantee you, if it was a song that was disparaging Jewish people, that song would not be sold on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, anywhere. It wouldn't be played nowhere. I can guarantee you that. So you have to ask, why is it being played? Why is it being sold on those platforms? See, these dudes that make that type of music, where, you know, they say certain things that are respectful to our community, the check got to start with them. But again, yes, they deserve blame, but so does the people who support it. If you are a white person and you rocking to a song disparaging Black people just because a Black person wrote it, because you know that there are such things as white supremacists in Black skin. So just because they Black don't mean they for the community. So if you're white and you're dancing to that type of song and you rocking out to it, you get blamed too. It ain't no different than if you got a hot diamond ring and I knowingly purchase it from you, knowing that it's hot. If the police come, guess what? I'm going to jail. Well, metaphorically speaking, the police has come. And whoever is supporting that song is going to jail. They got the answer. They got to be punished. We ain't rocking like that, man. So they say, well, you know, rappers ought to not make the song. They shouldn't make the song. You know that rappers ain't the only ones make songs with the N-word, right? You know that when it comes to entertainment, there's a lot of movies that's got the N-word in it, right? And rappers ain't financing these movies. Big studios that are not owned by Black people are financing these movies. Yeah. So what you got to say about that? You want to ban, or you want to go after the artists, make sure you go after the actors too. And make sure you go after, more importantly, go after the studios, go after the record companies, the distributors, the movie theaters. Go after them. Hell, go after the club owners. Because without them co-signing, without them giving the artist the platform, the artist can't put the music out. In fact, the artist wouldn't even make the kind of music because it would be a waste of time. If the artist made a song right now and he knew that Spotify wouldn't play it, he couldn't get no spins on Apple, Apple wouldn't sell it. If they knew that Facebook would ban the song, YouTube is gonna ban it, Instagram is gonna ban it, you can't get it on Snapchat, you can't get it on TikTok, they're not gonna make the music. It'll be a waste of time because it costs to make that music. I don't care if it don't cost nothing but time. It costs. So the artist is the low-hanging fruit to blame. A lot of these artists, you got to understand, a lot of these artists, you know, they start off broke. They ain't got no name and they just trying to get on. So they'll say anything to get on. They'll make a song about killing their mama to get on, trying to get paid. And that's why most of the time, when an artist gets older, they become more responsible with their work. Follow my lead. If you listen to a lot of the artists from back in the day, some of the best music ever, greatest artists ever, they became more responsible with their lyrics. And the music was probably just as good oftentimes, but they just became more aware of the music they was putting out and how it was affecting people. You look at Prince. Prince made great music until the day he died. But early on, he was making a lot of really, really freakish, irresponsible music. It was great music. You know, it sounded good because a lot of us were young and irresponsible, reckless. I knew this girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating on a magazine. Prince was talking about masturbation. He actually said, Prince was talking about masturbation way, what was that? I think they came out when, like in 79, 80 or something. But the older he got, he realized, you know what? You know, I still get my freak on or whatever, but I got to think about who's reciting these lyrics and how people may take them. Let me get back to the chat, see what y'all talking about. Yeah, so let's find out. Warden is called Warden County Junior College. And let me see, where is this phone number? Let's see, Warden County Junior College. Let's see. I got a number. Fam. Hold up. Wait a minute. That's not it. Wait a minute. It is. Located in University of Houston College of Nursing. Okay. So it's located in the University of Houston College Nursing, College of Nursing. Well, y'all don't need all that. Y'all just need a phone number. So let me grab the phone number right quick. 4210. So yeah, you know, hit them up. They got to know it's consequences and repercussions for this type of stuff. Wait a minute. Hold on. I think that might be the bookstore. 42. How did they get bookstore out of that? Okay, I got it. Dude. There it is. I just sent it to you. Want to give them a call, fam? Lock that number in. Give them a call tonight. Call them in the morning. Or maybe, you know, maybe wait till in the morning. What's up, Serena? Serena sound the Purple Rain album. Darling Nikki. But he was freaky before that too. Yeah. Somebody say, pull your music. I ain't pull my music for what? My music is got a message in it. Every song I got. Name one song I got that don't have a message. And I don't have one song, not one song where I am disparaging the Black community. If you try to dig up bald head hoes was for the world. I never not one time said Black women. And y'all do know that there are white women and Asian women and other type women who wear weave also, right? You do know that, right? You do know that Black women do not have that market on lock. It's just that a lot of other women that wear that stuff, because of the texture of it, it's easier for them to hide. You know, it's easier for them to hide you know, that they're actually wearing these clip-ons and all of that type of stuff. Oh yeah, man, you can't get me on the hair thing. I'm the bald head gal finder, bro. I know a whole lot about hair. I mean, it may not look like it, but I know a whole lot about hair. What number you want? You want number 3, number 4? I mean, what you looking for? And see, that's the thing too, fam. People like to hear what they want to hear. You know, like when you make music, a lot of times people hear what they want to hear, right? Like I got this song on the Ghetto Boy album, a solo song that I wrote called Nothing to Show. So the song is about living your life all the way into your you know, late years, you know, we're talking 60s, 70s, 80s, and having nothing to show. We're talking about dudes who be in the streets selling whatever, doing whatever they doing, and they end up getting caught up, going to jail for a gang of years, nothing to show. Come home, kids don't know who they are. Kids are grown, can't tell them nothing. They don't respect anything you have to say because you haven't been there. So hell, that is food. I was eating some German chocolate cake. And that was what do you call that stuff? The coconut. That was a coconut, a piece of coconut. But anyway, where was I at? I was talking about, okay, this song called Nothing to Show. Talking about how people can, come into this world and do all this stuff and just do nothing and just die and have nothing really to show for all the time that they were here. Or, end up in jail with a gang of years, take all these kind of chances, get removed from their home, get shot up, maybe even get killed, don't leave their children nothing. They have nothing to show for all of those sacrifices, nothing to show. And that is basically the premise of the song. But what some people hear is just the part where you talk about going in and jacking or selling dope or gambling, out of a sense of desperation. That's all they hear. They don't hear the repercussions part. They don't hear the accountability part. At the very end of the song, I talked about having insurance, getting insurance. The reason, and I'm talking about life insurance. And the reason why I'm so big on life insurance is that I know too many people that come from where I come from, when they die, their family can't bury them. Like, to me, that's embarrassing. Like, especially if I'm a grown ass man and I've been out there in the streets, hustling, taking chances, something happened to me and I ain't got no money for my people. I can't even afford a proper burial. People got to go and raise money for me. Nah, I'm not with that. Something happened to your child. People got to go around raising money. Now people say, well, that's just how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes, but you know what happens oftentimes? People pay for what they want and beg for what they need. Almost every single person I know who has went down that road could have saved some of that money that they bought cigarettes and beer with and got a burial plan. I ain't saying nothing fancy. I'm just saying enough to put them in the grave, to get them there. Simple headstone, that's it. Almost everybody I know could have done it, but they take their money and they do other things with it. People pay for what, oftentimes, not all the times, there always are exceptions, but oftentimes people pay for what they want and beg for what they need. So, and I've helped many people who've been down that road. I've helped many people. I've funded a lot of funerals. But that's the situation. But people oftentimes, when they hear these songs, they only hear the glamour part of it. In the song, My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me, I said, I make big money. I drive big cars. Everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star. That sounds good. Everybody want to say that. But they missed the part where I said, but late at night, something ain't right. I feel I'm being tailed by the same sucker's headlights. Is it that fool that I ran off the block? Or is it that nigga last week that I shot? Or is it the one I beat for $5,000? Thought he had cane, but it was gold medal flour. This is a hard life. I'm explaining. I'm paranoid. I'm peeping around my shoulders, all kinds of stuff. I get to a part where I talk about where I think some killers are following me. And I look up, I say, I bust the left in the Popeyes and bailed out quick. If it's going down, let's get it over with. Here they come, just like I figured. I got my hand on the trigger. What I saw make your ass start giggling. 3 blind, crippled, and crazy senior citizens. That's the part they don't get. That's the part they kind of gloss over. I say I live by the sword. Well, I said sword back then. I take my boys everywhere I go because I'm paranoid. I keep looking over my shoulder and peeping around corners. My mind's playing tricks on me, man. They only here to make big money, drive big cars, and selling and riding with my boys, and they only hear the top part of it. They don't hear the bottom part. The bottom part is what you got to prepare for. The top part, anybody can maneuver through the top part. The top part is the good times, the easy stuff. Everybody can get through that. It is the bottom part that challenges your spirit, that challenges your drive, your endurance, your loyalty. That's the part you got to figure out. That's the part you got to be ready for. The peaks are going to take care of themselves. It's the valleys that you have to worry about. And most people cannot navigate through those valleys. So yeah, you would be hard pressed to find a song of mine where there's not a cautionary tale in there. See, so basically what we did with a lot of our music is, the hook is what's going on in the streets. That's the hook. It's like what's going on. You tell the story as descriptive as you can. And then you put the game in, and then you show people how to survive it, how to navigate through it. That's the key, to how to navigate through it. You put the person, give them the keys to the car. That's what most artists will do. They'll give you the keys to the car so you can get in the car and drive. But they won't give you the roadmap. Ghetto Boys gave you the roadmap. Willie D gonna give you the roadmap. So I'm totally offended trying to, saying my name and putting my music in the same reference as some crap like clap for the dumb N. Come on, bro. Can't compare nothing I did to something like that. Corey Small says, we wasn't saying it in the 60, 50, 40, so why they use it then? Huh? But it's rap the cause and at fault for wanting to use the word. The hell is you saying, bro? You got to be clearer than that, Corey. You got to make that sound better than that, bro. That's all chopped up. I don't even know what you're saying, bro. I can only speculate. Give it to me again, man, and spell it out clearly so I can understand exactly what you're trying to say. I don't want to make an assumption. People love blaming rap music for people doing bad or whatever, doing this or that or whatever, but they won't give rap music credit for those people who grew up on rap and that was inspired by rappers to go out there and grind and get it and achieve their goals. And I know they're out there because I get people hit me up about it all the time. Oh man, you said this inspired me to start my business. Oh man, you made me, I did this, man, listening to music, man, I came up, man, I wanted to be a better father, because this man, me and my girl got back together. They won't tell you those stories. All they hear is it's always negative. Like they take the worst rap They take the worst parts of rap or the worst rappers, and they use those rappers as a representation of the whole art, of the whole genre of rap. And rap has many layers. There's many different kinds of rappers. Now, you got to blame yourself if all you hear is the so-called gangster rap or the mumble rap or whatever. You got to blame yourself for that, because the other artists are out there. You can blame yourself, and then you can blame the radio, and blame the distributors and all that stuff. But you got to stop just aiming for the low fruit. The artists, the rappers are the low fruit, because they're only going to do what they can sell. And ultimately, the fans are responsible for anything that gets bought. Ultimately, it's the fans. But before it's the fans, you got to think. When a rapper go into the studio, somebody's investing in that artist 99% of the time. That person is telling them, look, man, we got to do something like this, do something like this. And that person saying, yeah, I like this, now I don't like that. Yeah, I like this, I don't like that. Now, why aren't people attacking the executives? Why don't they go after the radio stations? Why don't they go after the record companies? Why don't they go after the distributors? The artist is the low-hanging fruit. A lot of companies, when put it like this, when an actor, or let's say an actor, when an actor does something out of line that's disrespectful, or something that's particularly egregious, maybe they had sex with an underage girl or something, a child, a boy. People will go after the studio. They're going to go after the advertisers. They're going to go after the theaters. That's what they do, because they know, okay, this actor is just an actor, but I'm going to go after the people who give him the platform, who stroking the check. That's where the difference is going to be made at. If a radio host, a television host get on TV or something and say something stupid, Stephen A. is a prime example when he made those statements about Ray Rice's wife, being responsible, because sometimes women push men to doing things. That's what he said. And, he was trying to tell women that they had some culpability in that too. And this white woman got offended, and she called him out, and they laid him off for like 2 weeks. They suspended him for like 2 weeks. Now, keep in mind, Stephen A., he run his mouth a lot about black folks. But the minute he offended that white woman, they suspended him for 2 weeks. That is because that white woman and other people were calling out ESPN and their advertisers, those brands. You pull those brands, they can't pay the bills. Pull those ads, they can't pay the bills. Boycott those brands, they can't pay the bills. So that's where your energy should be directed. If you go after the brands, you go after the companies that have the multi-millions of dollars, you go after the advertisers, then you pull the carpet from under the artist's feet. You pull the carpet from under the radio host or the television host feet. Three generations of bigots, Cameron Sims. Yeah, so I never finished the part about nothing to show. I talked about life insurance, getting life insurance. Getting life insurance is better than playing the lottery. If you are a person who has never had a large sum of money, your family has never came into a lot of money, getting a life insurance policy is better than playing the lottery because you're guaranteed to hit. Oh, you're not gonna miss. You're guaranteed to hit. Now, if you're gonna get a life insurance policy on yourself, it takes a person that's not selfish to do that. Because there are dudes that'll be like, man, I ain't finna get no life insurance policy, man. She ain't finna be riding around, having nothing riding around in my car, sleeping in my house and da-da-da. It ain't your house no more, dummy. All of this stuff is on loan. You know, everything that we got is just material stuff, and we're just borrowing this stuff. We're leasing this stuff. All this stuff is just, everything that we have is just for us to be comfortable while we're here. And then we're done with it. You know, even the relationships that we're in right now, it's all temporary. Whether the relationship ends by force or choice, it's temporary. Hopefully some of us have run it all the way through to where death actually does us part, a natural death does us part. Or people may decide, you know what, I can't do this no more. And they decide to go their separate ways, get a divorce, break up, whatever. But it's all temporary. Whether it's temporary, it takes a year for the relationship to dissolve, or whether it takes 60 years and death, natural death, is temporary. So if you really love the people that you say you love, like really like love your children, why not see to it that if you have struggled with money all your life, and even generations before you, your generations prior to you has struggled, why not just guarantee that you're gonna break the curse? Just break the financial curse and get some life insurance. Go out there and get yourself $500,000 life insurance, $250,000, or $1 million life insurance policy. You'd be surprised how affordable it is. Get one of them policies, you die, bam, break it up. My aunt's husband died a few years back. My aunt has always been a working woman. She's never had, as far as I know, she's never had a large sum of money. She's never had like, $10,000 at one time or something like, she's never had that kind of money at once. He died, she came into like 300,000. She started a business and now she don't have any more financial problems. That's what a life insurance can do for you and your family, the people that you claim to love. Damn, I could sell life insurance, can't I? I need to look into that. But I'm a huge advocate for that though. You see, I see somebody says that I'm ignoring them, but I don't like the rest of the rhetoric. Like when you start being disrespectful, that ain't the way to get my attention, bro. That's the way to get blocked. So I got to see you later, homie. Learn some respect, then you can come back on here and comment. See, I think some people like get me confused with other people out here in this internet world, and like we can agree, we can disagree. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I'm just putting information out here. You don't have to agree with it. But you're not gonna come on my platform and disrespect me and get a pass. That's not gonna work. Other people probably don't have a problem with it because, you know, when people come in and create confusion and stuff, oftentimes it drives, not oftentimes, it drives up followers and subscribers and likes, and because people constantly comment. And quite frankly, a lot of people just like drama. People just like drama. And I don't feel like that you really get anywhere with that. You know, some platforms are cool with that because they don't really engage their audience. They don't really engage. They just post, and they don't even read most of the stuff that people comment on. They don't even read the stuff. They just post and keep on moving, keep on moving. But I actually engage. I actually read a lot of the comments. So I don't want the negative energy. So when you bring that negative energy, you're gonna get blocked on here. You're gonna get blocked and banned, and your comments gonna get erased like you never existed. That's what's gonna happen over here. If you want to trip, go ahead and trip, but you ain't gonna be able to trip on me and get away with it. I ain't giving no passes like that, because I ain't tripping on nobody. Like, you come over here, man, I'm gonna show you respect out the gate just because you're a human being. But if you come over here trying to cause confusion, I'm gonna give it to you. That's a question I've never been asked. Jason says, were there any white folks in your high school in Texas? Yeah, man. You know, I'm in Texas, but more specifically, I'm in Houston, and Houston is a very diverse city. Having said that, there were no white people in my high school, not the high school that I went to. But there was, primarily I went to Forest Brook. I went to another high school called Jefferson Davis for about 3-4 months. I got kicked out for fighting. But there was Mexicans and blacks at that school, probably about 50-50. My middle school, there were white people at that school. I went to Kirby Middle School. That school was probably about maybe 40%, no, more like 60% white, 40% black. And then the series Roots came out, and then it was like 90% black and 10% white. And white folks got the hell up out of there. Say the music industry make you a puppet if you don't read the fine print. It's in black and white. Let me tell you something about the music industry, Sankara. I don't have to read nothing. They could never make me a puppet. Even if I did sign something that was in fine print and didn't know what it said, it can say, okay, you are now my puppet. I'm gonna ding ding fries and shake them, and then it's gonna be over. I ain't gonna be nobody's puppet. I don't even see how people live like that. You know, I couldn't even look myself in the mirror, let alone look at my children in the mirror. How do people allow people to control them like that and then try to give their children advice? You know, or even just themselves. How do you even look at yourself in the mirror? I don't understand it. Yeah, the trolls are out, and I don't have any moderators on duty. Moderators are chilling. Somebody asked, let me see. So somebody asked about the Cash App, so here it is. Cash App. Mm, there you go, fam. Man, you know what would be real cool if I got y'all to call in. I got to figure out how to work that out, how to work this call thing on. Let's see. Is that Bashan, Queen B. Jones? The music to me told a story back in the day. Nowadays, not so much. Big Wheel B says, make sure your dental plan is in order. Yeah, I'm good on the dental thing, bro. I just went to the dentist a couple weeks ago. All good. Yep. So somebody said, what does it say? Let me, I don't know what that damn word is. When these handles are like have a bunch of different letters and there's no separation, it's hard to pronounce them. Uh, e- oh no, I ain't gonna even say that because I just figured out the handle name, and I guess that's probably why the comment is so ignorant. I was about to say the comment, but I ain't finna get at no shine. Don on Me Now says, I always like songs that tell a story with a beginning and end. Michael Friedman says, love when you kick them rhymes. Sheeple or lame? If working hard and making it in life was an equal opportunity for everyone, there would be no poverty, inequality, discrimination, or homelessness. True. Mike Diesel, point of no return. Let's see, this is Ayana Shaw. What's up, Sister Christian? What's up? What's up, Connie Rogers? Tennessee in the building. Cameron Sims. X Track. What up? What's up, Lil D? Marky G. All right, fam, that's it for me. I thought, man, this time flew by. I didn't realize I was on that long. All right, fam, I'm gonna shut it down. Till next time, no more talk.